So there is a time limit. This time limit is not strict at all. And if you do get into a battle, the clock will stop running. So basically all you have to do is go straight there. As long as you know the way, you're not going to come anywhere near close to the limit. Or anywhere near close to the limit.
Why do they give so much time if it was that easy?
I don't know. Maybe they figure that the player's just going to be so pissed off just trying to catch the Chocobo at this point.
Good point.
Sometimes I'm not sure whether game designers really check the difficulty of things very carefully. Like, for example, in Donkey Kong 64, in the second world out of 8, there is one golden banana that is insanely difficult to get. It requires... I mean, like, the puzzle to get into the minigame isn't that hard, but once you get into the minigame, it is a very, very difficult race. I mean, it's not that tough to win the race itself, but you also have to collect 50 coins along the way, which your opponent doesn't have to do. And there are certain things that will cause you to lose coins, and oh, if you make a wrong move, you'll fall off the course and have to start over again.
That sounds really annoying.
Yeah, it is. Plus, every time you lose, you hear this stupid laugh as the other guy taunts you. It just makes you want to... It makes you want to strangle him and take the golden banana from him, which of course you can't do.
No, you can't. Because video game logic. And I can't, so I can remember the guy's name, but I think I've seen that in a video on YouTube once. Is it kind of like an icy path?
Sorry, what? So this boss fight is fairly straightforward. I don't think he has any really special abilities. You do want to steal gil from him because, as you saw, Paine just got 1,950 gil.
Sorry about that. I finally forgot that was in the call.
Yeah. There is a race like that in the ice area, but the one I'm talking about is in the desert area. That's another really frustrating... Actually, come to think of it, it's the same stupid beetle you're racing against those 2 times.
Okay, I've not played any Donkey Kong games before, and then I've heard of that annoying bit.
Oh, speaking of Donkey Kong games, in a different one, Donkey Kong Country Returns, I think in that game they were very good about testing the difficulty, because there is a very steady rise in difficulty from one world to the next in that game.
That's good.
Yes. Not that it starts off easily. It's hard when you start, and then it's insanely hard at the end.
That's not good.
Well, it's good in the fact... It's good in that you just feel really accomplished when you've beaten it.
And at least it gives people a challenge, but it's not for people who just want to have something casual to play and just chill out in.
Right, and for the people who want even more of a challenge, there's an even harder mode after that. where you can't use Diddy Kong and you get only 1 hit. And the levels are backwards. Like mirrored. So yes, we beat the Chocobo Eater and Callie is rescued.
Yay! Insert ugly here.
So I was gonna say earlier, this must be, a nice moment for Callie. Like, not only does Yuna deliver the calm, but oh hey, she's here and you can say hi to her again. Bet you didn't expect that.
Yep, but she managed to get everything she wanted, so she was very happy to catch.
Yes, and Yuna got almost everything she wanted. Just that one minor detail missing.
Yeah.
So I think there's something else we want to do there. I think I'm going to go right back. So I thought when I saw the garment grid named Selene Guard, I thought like that was just some sort of English mistranslation and it was supposed to be Serene. But then I found out that the element selenium is named after the moon, or the Greek word for the moon. And then I thought of this, and it made sense, because there's another garment grid called Helios Guard, and Helios is the Greek word for the sun. So it's not an error. And you can see the two right next to each other now.
Yeah, I knew the Helio one, but I didn't know the Sidious one. The Greek one, you can't like.
Well, is it the one that people are more familiar with is the Latin root for the Latin word for moon, which is Luna, because now we use that in words that mean like crazy or something to do with crazy.
Yes.
Not sure if I mentioned this to you before, but in this British show Skins, there's a character named Pandora, and she's a bit eccentric, so I started thinking of her as Lunatic Pandora, and then I learned that her last name is actually Moon. So she's already named Lunatic Pandora.
And I don't think you've told me that. If you have, I've forgotten, because I usually forget stuff like that. And I've never watched Skins, so I wouldn't have known. And I've only seen like trailers for it on TV.
Well, you should definitely watch Skins. It's a great show.
I'll probably check it out one day.
You may recognize a couple of actors from Game of Thrones if you've seen Game of Thrones.
Yes, I need to finish watching season 2 of that. But I'll go through that.
Alright, so you do want to make sure that Kelly and Klasko and the Chocobo are on the airship. But that's a simple matter of going back. You're put right back where they are, so just invite them to board and they will. Then you can go on to the next place.
Yeah. On with the plot.
Well, we're not going to go on with the plot for for a while. Right now we're still doing sort of side quests.
Onwards to the more side.
Okay, the Calmlands has now become a hotspot. We will not go there this session, but probably next session. Yes, sometimes things that you do during the chapter, whether they are required or not, will make other places hotspots that were not there before. Okay, if you give the sphere at the end of Chapter 1 to the Youth League, you will not get a very friendly... to New Yevon, you will not get a very friendly welcome here. Why is that Hypello so short? Yeah, I like that bit right there. The Albed is working on that guard machine thingy. And she's like, the Youth League doesn't want to use it because, Yevon used it. Whereas her philosophy is, it's a machine, we can make it do what we want. Because she knows about machines, because she's all bad.
Indeed. She is.
Well, actually, that's not why we're here.
Don't worry, the Youth League will give the Gullwings a grand welcome.
Not to endorse racial stereotyping, but the fact is that Albed generally have a lot of training with machines.
Well, it is explained in the last game why that is.
Well, because they don't have this stupid belief against them.
So they're more than happy to use machines.
Anyway, since I gave the sphere to the Youth League, then they are they will, you know, they're tripping over themselves to help us.
Which makes it better for us.
Yes, of course, as you might expect, there's another location somewhere else where the reaction will be hostile rather than friendly. And you can probably guess where that will be.
Where all the new Yemens are.
Yes, but you know where that is.
I could picture it, but I can't quite remember the name of it.
It's Bavel.
I knew it started with B, but the only name I could remember from this game.
Anyway, we are taking a slight detour here.
Boring.
Because there is an important item to get.
Ooh.
That's not it, but it's nice. No new enemies around here as far as I remember.
That's good.
If there were something unusual, I would have shown it.
Like you have done since you started this game.
Man, I need some new Dresspheres. I'm almost like the characters are almost mastering these. Trying to think, how many new ones do I get in this chapter? At least 2, maybe 3. Not counting a couple of special Dresspheres. Like, you know how Paine has one that only she can use?
Yes.
The other 2 come in this chapter, and there's no way to miss them. You can miss Paine's, but there's no way to miss the other 2.
We get them in a session or...
No.
Okie dokie.
You get them because you get them as part of the plot-related missions, which I do at the end.
Okie dokie.
So remember this place?
Not really. Up in this specific area.
I don't mean
Is
remember
something
it
the
from
matter?
FF10. I mean remember it from earlier in this game.
It's you. As you can see,
I'm sure you
this
remember
place has
him.
been sealed. The portal is supposed to react to a certain
Oh, yes, I
kind
remember
of spear. But just this one isn't enough.
That's the end of that, then.
No, it's not, Uni.
Oh, I know. Why don't you let the Gullwings take on this mission?
You'll find the other spheres?
On my honor
Doing
as a
other
spirit,
people's errands, the
of course,
solution to
I won't do
everything.
it for free.
Very well. I leave it in your hands.
Guys, don't you want to have him sign a retainer or something?
Thanks.
No? Guess not.
Perhaps this is fate.
It will.
Sorry, I'm a lawyer, I think like that.
That's okay.
Make sure you're gonna get paid before you start doing the work. That's certainly the philosophy the car people are taking with my car,
Why should you care?
which has been in this shop for a month and a half now.
Right?
Why has
Riku,
it been in so long?
I'll say this
Because it
once.
took it one too many hits with the school bus.
I even respect you, alright?
By which I mean
would
it
think
took
that
one
would
hit
enough.
with the school bus.
Well, yeah, but don't you ever want to know more
The
about your
fact that it
friends?
took a hit from the school
Not
bus.
Well, I do. I do want to know more about you.
What for? Who cares what happens?
So Rikku is wondering why
There was something.
Nuge gave the sphere to Paine.
Come
And
on,
Paine's
you
like,
can tell us.
yeah,
What
I'm never
happened?
gonna tell you.
You disappoint me, Yuna. I thought you were above all that.
Well, not anymore.
It's
I
a
like
connection
asking
between them
questions.
two, isn't there?
You'll lose friends.
No, you think?
You think so? Never mind then.
No,
Oh,
there's
I was
no
looking forward to
history
hearing the
between
good
them at all.
stuff.
Not the
Confessions of a
whatsoever.
shady past.
Well, come on, I mean,
You're a pain.
we basically know, at least in rough terms, Yuna's and Riku's pasts. So there has to be one character whose past we
Not
don't
a whole
know.
lot, is it?
That is pains.
Why don't you
Exactly.
figure out how to get in here instead of inside my head?
Maybe we need spheres like that one to open it.
It might open if we find them all.
I
Gotta
kinda
catch 'em
wanna know
all,
what
of
happened.
course.
That's 46.